Yesterday, I slept 7.5 hours and I booked 25 calls during it. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how this was possible, all thanks to LinkedIn, how you can do it for yourself, and I'm just going to reveal everything behind the curtain so that you can copy me. First of all, I know what the question is, like, who the hell is this guy? You've probably never seen me before, and I'm going to explain. So, I'm Paolo, right? I run an agency, and this is all we do. If we know how to do something, it's how to generate leads on LinkedIn. So, here's some stats. In 1 week, I had a post which added 200k plus to my pipeline. That also, same post generated 200k views and also booked 22 meetings in 24 hours. Some of my clients include William Brown, you might have heard of him. He generated 466k in November, 10 meetings in his first week, and we've now over 2 months amassed him 4,000 plus followers. Saeed Hussein, we added 50,000 to his pipeline in his first week. He got 100k views that same week and also added 1,000 followers. Pablo Bateman, he booked 40 meetings in 2.5 months and also added 2,000 followers. I can go on and on and on. I'm going to just show you one more. Jan Dean, we booked 130 sales calls in 2 weeks, 3k to 6k followers in 3 weeks. We booked about 200 calls in the last month, now looking back at this. And here's some even more results. So 6 calls in 1 day, 25 calls in 1 week for myself. And I'm going to go through the first phase. Now there's going to be 4 phases. Each phase is crucial. If you want to generate leads on LinkedIn, if you want to generate leads, get clients in any method, you're going to want to watch this video. The foundations. So, the first thing you want to work out is your positioning and messaging. Make a list of 5 to 10 problems that you solve or that your ICP has. So, identify who is your ICP. Who is the people that you're targeting? So for me, it's agency owners and SaaS businesses, usually ones which are doing 5k plus per month, or they have raised funding and have stuff to invest because everything requires an upfront cost. I don't want to work with people that they don't have any budget. I also prefer to work with people which target either agencies, SaaS, coaches, or consultants. So paint an image of exactly who you would want to sell to. Write down his name, write down his age, write down his gender, write down everything, his revenue level, his employee level, and that exact person, and see how close you can get to that and how to adjust your messaging specifically to that person. Because at the end of the day, you want to position yourself as a specialist, not a generalist. Especially if you're in a difficult competitive niche with other people, where when there's going to be people which target 10,000 different industries, if you're the one person, that guy for that niche, you're going to get the leads. You're going to get more of the leads because they're going to think, oh, it's for me. And if you message it correctly so that it's adjusted and then it drives traffic to your funnel, you are going to be booking a ton of calls. Again, for the ICP, here's some 5 P's to specifically you just nail down, because this is the key thing that we want to get right. If you don't have your ICP down, you're not going to get results. Position, pain points, purchasing power, previous solutions, perfect outcome. For me, my ICP's position is C-suite. So COO, CMO, CEO. The pain points is that maybe they try to generate leads on LinkedIn, or they've tried other methods, but they want something predictable, they want something consistent, they want something where they don't have to come off as salesy, they want something where they can also build an audience. These are things where I'm talking about what are their desires, what are their pain points. So I guess I also played into the perfect outcome as well. Purchasing power. So for any high ticket service, it's at least going to be a 4-figure investment. So we want to at least reverse engineer a revenue level where they will be able to make that investment. So 5, 10, 20, 30k per month. People in that range, that shows that they do have money, they are generating income, so they are even able to invest it in the first place. We do not want to be working with a $3 an hour worker from, deep in Bangladesh, just to be honest, because there's a lot of those people and we need to filter through them. What you can do with those people is just give them value, but those aren't your ICP, those aren't the people that you can help. And those are things that you need to understand, and that's how we adjust our targeting. Now, phase 2, content strategy, and this is going to get pretty deep. So just buckle up and take notes. Awareness stages. You want to make your content based on awareness stages. I don't want to hear nothing about content topics, content buckets, about tofu, mofu, bottom of funnel, all of this stuff. None of that, right? Awareness stages. Think about this. Pain aware, problem aware, solution aware. There's three people in your target audience, and they're in one of these awareness stages. Unless they've already bought from you, in which case they're not in your target audience anymore. So, pain aware, which should be about 40% of your content, those are people which don't know that they have a problem. Problem aware, these are people that know the problem exists. And then solution aware is people that they know the problem exists and they're actively searching for solutions for it. And pain aware is the awareness stage with the most people in it. Problem aware is the awareness stage with the second most people in it, and solution aware is the stage with the least people in it. And as you can see, it's directly correlated with the volume of content that we're going to post. Now, a solution aware post could be something about a personal story. It could be a case study. It just depends on the positioning. But to dive even deeper, here's some examples of content that you could write for pain aware people. So you could just talk about personal stories, industry trends, future predictions, common mistakes, posts about, myth busting. You could just talk about your own journey. You could talk about why this is important. And all this stuff is sort of to instill belief systems within them to then lead them to finding out that they actually have a problem. Now, I learned this from Andrew Tate's ex-head of sales and marketing, which I had a great conversation on, which is on this channel. And he told me that the way that they did things was they installed belief systems in people. They just led them to believe that the next logical decision was to buy from them. And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to make them subconsciously believe that the problem that you're solving exists and that it's important enough and that you are the right person for them to go to. And we're going to get to that in the other stages as well. So problem aware. Talk about methodology and insight. So like specific value. Talk about specific challenges. Talk about what happens if they don't take action. Oh, this person, he didn't take action and this was his exact result. He lost $10,000. Use real case studies. Impact on business. So what actual impact did it have at the end of the day? I don't want to hear, oh, he didn't take action. That meant that he generated way less revenue. Be really specific. Talk about the numbers. Talk about percentages. Solution aware. These are the easiest people for you to close. You literally just need to convince them that you are the right person. And the way you're going to do that is by making them resonate with you, making them resonate with your company, and making them resonate with your service. So case studies, client transformations, behind the scenes, or personal processes on how you work with clients. Also just tips for implementation. These are all the types of things that you're going to want to be posting. Phase 3, content creation. Now, to write viral content, we want to follow something called the CAV framework. I developed this myself through all the testing across all the accounts we've run, across hundreds, if not over 1,000 posts that we've written. So, consumable, actionable, valuable. I want to really remove the abstract from these words and really explain to you what they mean. So, consumable, one sentence paragraphs, have spacing, simple formatting, use bullet points, use arrows, use a couple emojis, not much. Also, if you're selling corporate, probably don't use emojis. It depends on who you're targeting, but make it easy to read is the premise. Make it easy to read, easy to consume, because the first step to get viral content is to get something which people are even going to consume in the first place. Actionable. What are the steps that they can implement within the next 24 hours and ideally see results in the next 24 hours? So, okay, send 100 Instagram DMs. What I'm going to tell you right now after this video is go ahead. I want you to open up a notepad, open up a Notion doc, open up a Google doc, and just start writing a LinkedIn post. Or, like I said before, list out 5 to 10 problems that you solve for your ICP. These are all actionable steps that you can take within the next, I don't know, even just straight after you finish this video, 10 minutes after, and you will already start to gain clarity. And once you actually implement the next steps, where you're going to start to see results. You're going to see results, you're going to think, wow, Paulo, damn, this guy really knows what he's talking about. And then maybe you'll end up hopping a call with me, and maybe you'll end up becoming clients. Valuable. Would someone pay for this information? So think about it. Is your information, is the thing, think about it. Is the information that you're giving away just freely available, just generic info, or are you giving specific templates? Are you giving data? Are you giving examples? These are the types of things that are going to make your information actually valuable. And then hook mastery. If you don't know what a hook is, this is what everybody gets wrong in the LinkedIn space. Whether you're about to write content, whether you try to write content, whether you've never written content before, nobody is good at writing hooks when they first start. Nobody. And that's because they don't understand it from a basic human psychology perspective. If you don't know what a hook is, it's the first 3 lines of your LinkedIn post. After that, it says see more. That means that they need to click on the see more to actually read the post. So I'll go with the hook is to do 2 things. Stop them from scrolling and then get them to click see more. Now, taking this into account, here's 3 desires, taking this into account, here's the 3 emotions that we need to evoke with our hook. Now, it could be 1 of these, it could be 2 of these, maybe 3 of these is too much, but you want to evoke at least 1 of these with every hook you write. Desire, curiosity, and fear. With desire, you want to talk about the dream outcome. Make a bold statement. Make a bold claim. Use an example. Results achieved, or results they can achieve. Frameworks for success. Transformation stories. Curiosity, you want to talk about more like uncommon approaches, or the why, or hidden strategies, industry secrets, stuff that's not so well known, stuff that people are just it's a bit of intrigue. This is probably the most difficult emotion to evoke, and it's probably the least relevant to B2B, but when executed correctly, you will 100% get some absolutely absurd results. And then with fear, we want to talk about regrets, mistakes, market changes, missed opportunities. We really want them to think if they do not read this post, they are missing out. We want them to feel the fear of missing out, the FOMO. And number 4, you can get a bunch of followers, a bunch of likes, a bunch of messages on LinkedIn, but if you can't convert them, it's useless. So here's the profile and funnel structure. The profile, you want to place links everywhere you can. So I want you to have a link to your booking or a landing page on your main custom button on your profile. I want you to have an email newsletter or lead magnet. If you don't have that, another booking link, or just a blog or something a bit softer than your booking or landing page on your featured section. Then at the end of your about section, I want you to have a call to action to DM you a specific word. Your about section is sort of like a story. It's like a mini sales letter. And then the other thing you can do is after every post, comment and have a call to action saying subscribe to my newsletter for this. So after every post, you can also comment and add another call to action. It's all about conversion, conversion, conversion. And even what you can do is if a case study post is performing really well, you can edit it like 10 hours after you posted, add a link in, say book a call with me here if you want the same results, and that's going to convert really well. The reason why we don't put a link in straight away is because LinkedIn doesn't like people going to third-party platforms, and it's going to reduce the performance of your post. Now, here is the funnel structure. So in this case, the traffic is driven through LinkedIn. We push them to a lead magnet. Then we would do DM appointment setting, which gets them to book a discovery call. We could also do an email opt-in to actually receive the lead magnet. We could then also do a redirect after they opted in, where they go to the offer page, which is like your landing page or your booking link. Then we can also funnel them into your weekly newsletter, as well as a 3-step email sequence, which just sells them or puts them into a webinar. All of these at the end of the day are going to lead into either a discovery call if you do a 2-call close, or a direct sales call. From there, if they're qualified, I'd recommend obviously trying to sell them onto a high ticket thing. If they do not have the budget, you can either email them and say, here's the low ticket offer, or if you find out that they don't have the budget on the call, then you can just say, hey, by the way, we have this low ticket offer. I think it's a better fit based on what you've told us. How to convert unqualified to dollars, exactly what I've said. Email them after they've booked. So if on the booking link you have a question which says, oh, do you even have the budget, or do you have this much to invest? And they say no, then you can just have an automated email where it sends them to your low ticket school community. Could be a consulting call for 1 hour. It could just be a digital product. Bunch of ways you can go about this. Usually these will be priced $100 to $200. Now, if you do want to work with me, I have two packages, a done with you package and a done for you package. A done with you package is more consulting based. It's more based on mentorship, coaching, consulting. I give you plug and play systems. This is better if you have the time to implement it yourself or a team to implement it for you. And then I also have a done for you package. If you want me to handle the whole system 100% done for you, then that is for you. Now, please keep in mind, we only look to take on 3 to 5 new clients each quarter. If it sounds interesting, the next step for you is to click the link below and book a call in the description. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you got value from this. Peace.